man, this is how bad things are right now. This is how pissed off I am. I've resorted to doing whippets. I resorted to doing whippets. I am that mad over this whole entire thing. I mean, first I woke up and I was reading. Man, I hope I don't have any white under my nose here, man. Whippets. So, anyways, man, wow, these things will fuck you up. Don't do whippets, kids. Those are bad for your brain. But it makes you forget all your problems for about 5 seconds. So, anyways, I woke up this morning, I'm reading this article about how there's this giant rise in anti-Asian. First off, let me start with calling COVID Kung Flu. That's fucking funny. I'm sorry, but Kung Flu is funny. It comes from China. I'm sorry, it's funny. It is. But, let's be clear. There is a difference between a government of a country that lies and people that either don't live in that country but are still, members of that country, or people that become full citizens of other countries. For example, I hate to use terms like Chinese American or Chinese Canadian. I'm sorry, if you become a citizen of that country, you're just Canadian or you're just a U.S. citizen, because, you call yourself an American, technically that covers 2 whole fucking continents and a subcontinent if you consider Central America a subcontinent, depending on how you want to go with that. So, anyways, hold on, another whippet, I'm going to get angry again. I'm out of whippets! Ah! So anyways, you motherfuckers who are treating Asians piss poorly, stop fucking doing that. You're not cool, you're assholes. Kung Flu is funny. That's it. Bat flu's funny too, Making jokes, saying stuff about, eating bats, stop learning lessons from Ozzy. That's funny. But actually harassing people just because they are of Asian descent, no, it's wrong, man. No, it's just totally wrong. You don't fucking do that shit. You don't do that shit. I mean, let's be honest, racism is going to exist everywhere. And let's be clear, right now I'm defending a country that's just as racist as those fucking white supremacists in the U.S., okay? Let's be very, very clear. Very clear. Alright, we're not hiding shit here. Chinese are fucking racist. They're just racist against everybody else, okay? But they're fucking racist. And anybody tries to tell you Chinese aren't racist, yes, there are Chinese people that are not racist, just like there are white people that are not racist, okay? But the Chinese can be pretty fucking racist. And they're competing with the Japanese on that too, okay? The word gaijin does not mean foreigner. It's like saying foreigner, but if foreigner were the N-word, okay? That's kind of... That's what gaijin is really like, okay? But we're not taking shots at them. What I'm trying to say is you don't take shots at people that are Canadian citizens. You don't take shots at people that are U.S. American citizens, okay? You don't do that. If they're living in that country, if they're contributing to that country, if they're part of that economic production of that country, if they're being part of the capitalistic system, even if they want to go social democratic, that is okay. Don't be assholes. It's not their fault that the flu broke out. Okay? It's not their fault. Depending on what reports you go by, there are some reports that will say it's from eating the bats. There are some reports that will say it was created in a laboratory and was released. And there's even one report. There is one report out there that says Stan Marsh of Integrity Farms was fucking a bat. And that's how it happened. So, fuck Stan Marsh Integrity Farms if that's the case. But once again, he was hanging out with a rat licker. Well, at least a mouse licker. Love the mouse. Love the mouse. Anyways, so the point is, stop being racist towards those people, okay? Stop it. It's wrong. Don't you shouldn't be, Christo Bob is racist. Not racist. Christo Bob is prejudiced. Christo Bob has an extreme prejudice against a very small, select group. They make up 2.5% of the world's population, maybe about 3% of the world's population. I'm not saying shit. All I know is they have way too much power, money, and control. Fuck them. I'm going to be prejudiced against them. They should not have that much money, power, and control. That's that. Okay, moving on though. Antoine Daly is a fucking dick. He's just like those people, but his dick is so tiny, and I'm out of whippets. I can't get back into this, and this goes back to the racism, and we gotta stop this, folks. We gotta get our shit together again. We gotta practice peace and love. Get mad, get angry. That's okay. You're allowed to get mad. You're allowed to get angry. You're allowed to stand up for shit. You gotta stand up for shit, but you gotta stand up for the right shit. You gotta stand up for the right shit. You gotta stand up for the right to vote. U.S. elections coming up. Every U.S. citizen needs to get out there and vote. Even if it is for the fucking Cheeto. Go vote for the Cheeto. It's okay. Really, it's a lose-lose situation. Because, Vice President Dementia and President Cheeto. Okay, that says it right there. And the vice presidential candidates, I'm sorry, but as much as everybody wants to say, hey, we got an Indian, African Indian American, I don't know what the fuck they're saying, with Kamala Harris, and I'm sorry if I said the name wrong, the accent sometimes is hard to say the words really fast, I apologize, it happens, okay? My dear apologies, but that bitch is stance on marijuana in California, I've looked at her track record. We don't jive for that reason, okay? I've looked at her, what her stances have been in the past. And she ain't willing to come out and say, we need to legalize it in the U.S. like we've done here in Canada, because Canada's that much smarter. If she's not willing to do that, fuck her, okay? All right, she's no better than the other jackasses. That's it, okay? She has a very tough record on marijuana offenses, too, from what I've read. I'm not a fan of her views that way. I think, it was kind of... I don't care for her politics. I don't. When I was watching the primaries there during the Democratic process for that, I actually was going for, I believe it was Yang was his name. He was the techno guy. I really, really liked him. I really liked what he stood for. I really liked that he was going to push the universal basic income and that he understood the necessary of the universal basic income and how much he wanted to push to fix the infrastructure problem in the U.S. Because let me tell you, man, the U.S. has got a really, really bad infrastructure problem. I used to work for one of their big communication companies, and let me tell you, that big communication company was running services on lead wires that were at this point over a century fucking old. I kid you fucking not, people. Absolute terrible and tragic. Absolute terrible and tragic. But anyways, the point is, we had a black president. I wanted the Asian president next because I thought the Asian president would have been the better choice. He also, I think, would have been the better choice as the vice president because I think he represented a youthfulness and a culture that needs to help push things forward, needs to help move things ahead. I think he was a great choice. I really hope it was Yang because I feel like a jackass if I'm remembering it wrong. But I feel like a jackass because, here I am yelling about treating Asians better and not being racist towards them because of COVID-19. There's no reason for it. And yet I might be possibly remembering his name wrong. I'm sorry, folks. But anyways, that's it. I'm out of whippets and I'm out of weed and I gotta go do something or I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.